Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Captua, Councilman from Ward 4, the City of Florissant. Tonight we had our council meeting for Monday, November 24th. We had a pretty good agenda tonight. We had a good meeting. Everything went well. First off, on the agenda from the council, we had a Pledge of Allegiance as normal, the roll call of members, and the approval of minutes. The approval of minutes were from City Council minutes from November 10th meeting. There was no changes, so that stood as read. And also from the budget work session minutes, we had October 25th. There was also no changes on that, and that was also stood as read. Next thing on the agenda was communications. There was two communications. There was a letter received November 20th, 2025 from Tina Schneider and Clem Jones of the Hawthorne Players regarding the rental fees increase. Also, the second communication letter was received also on November 20th, 2025 from Stephen Shamanek of the Alpha Players regarding the rental fees increase. Next item on the agenda were public hearings. First public hearing was public hearing number 2511039. It was a request to amend the ordinance 6669 to allow for a restaurant in a B5 planned commercial district located at number 14049 and 14055 New Halls Ferry Road. This has to do with Wingstop, but there was a lot of questions that they cannot answer them, so we decided to postpone this public hearing till we get some more information from Wingstop, and it was postponed until December 8th meeting. So hopefully we can get some more information from the Wingstop Corporation, and we can proceed with this public hearing. The next public hearing on the agenda was a request, number 2511040. That was a request to authorize a special use permit to Blum LLC, doing business as CNC Fish and Chicken Grill, to allow for a restaurant in the B3 Extensive Business District located at 1141 North Highway 67. Next thing on the was another public hearing. It was number 2511041. It was a request to authorize a special use permit for J&I Hauling, doing business as Bolin Towing Service, to allow for an overflow parking for towed vehicles in an M2 industrial district located at number 5 Industrial Drive. Also, our last public hearing we had was number 2511042. Request to amend the ordinance 8891 to correct the address of plotted parcel for 14250 New Halls Ferry. That's going to be a new plot, and so it's actually a new address for up there in New Halls Ferry for where the new car wash is going to be, the Brightworks Car Washery. Next item, that was the last of the public hearings, and the next item on the agenda was old business. Bills for a second reading. Bill number 10138, which was an ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Brandy Swan, doing business as R&B Bar and Grill, to allow for a tavern, cocktail lounge in a B3 Extended Business District located at 462 North Highway 67. That bill failed unanimously, so there will be no bar allowed there at that said address. Next item was bill number 10139. That was an ordinance appropriate for community development block grant for funds for the fiscal year of the City of Florissant for 2025. That bill passed and became ordinance 9133. Next item was bill number 10140. Ordinance to approve the budget of the City of Florissant fiscal year beginning December 1, 2025 and ending November 30, 2026. That bill also passed and became Ordinance 9134. Next item was Bill number 10141. That was an ordinance to amend Title Chapter 245 Parks and Rec of the Florissant City Code, Section 245.180, fees for use, to adjust fees for use of various park facilities. This bill was pertained to the letters of the communications we received, and we amended the budget on that, and the fees will be, there's certain restriction on that, but the fees will still be allowable from the 2025 budget. So there will be no increase in fees as said for the certain applications on it. Okay, next item on the bill was Bill number 10142. Ordinance authorized amendment to B5 ordinance number 8105 to correct the address for the plotted parcels 15281, 15283, 15285, and 15289 New Halls Ferry. That bill also passed and became ordinance number 9136. Next item was Bill number 10143. Ordinance amending Chapter 125, Personnel, Article 2, Classification of Positions, Section 125.065, Wages and Increase Schedule by deleting its entirety and replacing it. That bill also passed and became ordinance number 9137. Next item on the bill on the agenda was Bill number 10144. Ordinance repealing ordinance number 9019 and 9020, and all ordinance in conflict therewith pertaining to wage and range and job classification for full-time employees, and enacting in lieu therefore a new ordinance relating to the same subject and containing an effective date clause. Also that passed and became ordinance 9138. Next item on the bill was Bill number 10145. That was an ordinance amending ordinance number 9016 as amended, which established a wage range and pay plan for unclassified employees and effective date clause. That also passed and became ordinance number 9139. Last item for bills for second reading was number 10146, ordinance amending ordinance number 9018 as amended, which established range pay and pay plan for full-time uniformed employees of police personnel positions and effective date clause. That also passed and became ordinance number 9140. That was the last of the bills for a second reading, and also the next item was new business on the agenda, would be board appointments. There were two appointments, both from Ward 6. The first one was Debbie Bryant, was reappointed to the Personnel Commission from Ward 6, and also Kevin Kelly from Ward 6 was appointed unanimously through the Planning and Zoning Commission. Next item on new business was request. Animal permit, a request to approve for animal permits for 4 chickens to Simone Wolford, a property located at 1525 Burning Tree Drive. It was approved and unanimously approved, so Ward 6 has some new chickens out there at Ward 6 for Simone. So hopefully this will go over well, and she can have a lot of eggs with them chickens. All right, next item was bills for the first reading. Bill number 10147, ordinance authorizing permanent closure of vehicle access to Len Meadows Lane at the intersection with Washington Street. Next item was Bill number 10148, ordinance authorizing street closure and right-of-way modifications on Northmore Drive in Lynn Meadows. Next one on the was Bill 10149. Ordinance authorizing amendment from Table from Table 7 dash with speed limit on certain streets to allow for a change in the posted speed limit on Patterson Road from Newhall's Ferry to Lindbergh, which is North Highway 67. Next item was Bill 10150. We deleted that from the agenda, removed that from the agenda because we postponed that the public hearing for that planned commercial district located in on Newhall's Ferry. That was the wing stop. So that would be postponed until the next meeting, and we'll get some more information on that bill also. Also, Bill number 10151, ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Bloom LLC, doing business as C&C Fish and Chicken Grill, to allow for a restaurant. Next bill was Bill number 10152, ordinance to authorize a special use permit to J&I Hauling, doing business as Bolin Towing Service, to allow for overflow parking towards vehicles in the M2 Industrial District located at number 5 Industrial Drive. Next item was Bill number 10153, ordinance to amend B5 ordinance number 8891 to correct the address for plotted parcel 14250 Newhall's Ferry Road. Next item was Bill 10154, ordinance authorized appropriation not to exceed $400,000 for the purpose of defeasing a portion of the city's outstanding general obligation bonds, paying certain costs of such defiance, and authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith. Next item was 10155, ordinance repealing ordinance number 8937, establishing a new compensation plan for seasonal employees in the city of Florissant, containing an effective date clause. Next item, last item on the agenda, was 10156, ordinance repealing ordinance number 9017, as amended, establish a new compensation plan for part-time employees for the city of Florissant and containing an effective date clause. Next item was council announcements. Actually, the next one was Councilman Harris made a motion that we cancel December 22nd meeting for due to Christmas. That was unanimously. So December 22nd meeting is canceled due to for the Christmas holiday. Next things were announcements. There were several announcements mostly for Thanksgiving. I will also like to wish the residents of the city of Florissant, and especially Ward 4, a happy Thanksgiving, and spend some time with your family, because that's what it's all about, is over Thanksgiving. And also I would like to wish all the troops that are serving in the United States military a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's hard to be, especially if you're deployed, you won't be around no family, none of your family, but you're with your service members, your fellow service members, your fellow soldiers, Marines, sailors. That's your family, and they become your family for the rest of your life. That's it for the council action tonight. Our next council meeting will be December 8th, 2025. I would like to wish everyone again happy Thanksgiving, and may God bless you. Thank you, and have a good evening.